Hi everyone. Somebody asked me a while ago, where do I start when I'm trying to get things together for a journal? And I have to say, I hadn't really thought about it. So I've just finished a journal. Give you a quick peek. It's a hardcover journal for a lady called Wendy Connors Beckett in Nova Scotia. And I will do a flip through of this. Basically so she can see what she's paid for, but to give everybody else a look as well. So it wasn't a custom order, it was something that I'd mentioned I was going to make, and she'd asked her if she could have first look, which, yep, no problem. But when I started to get it together, it was like it morphed. It started off as trees, and it is predominantly trees, but there are so many other bits in there. My next journal, I get an idea. Birds. I love all things nature. So they are my favourite things. I started off with loads of kits because they do make life very simple, the kits do. You know, all the pictures are there for you. You do have to sort out your ephemera and what page goes where, but I thought, right, this is actually going to be for a giveaway for all you wonderful people that have subscribed to me, but I'll more details about that in a bit. So anyway, birds. So I went searching for images of birds, and these are some that I've come up with, the ones that I really like. So I've lucky enough to have Photoshop, so I've checked out all the royalty-free ones I can find, and these are what I've come up with. So these will be the main images in my next journal, the giveaway one. So where do we go from there? I like the vintage look, so everything is like a kind of, you know, oldie world, old basically, old colouring. So what else we got? These. So I always have loads of printed stuff when I get bored of an evening, because I have to say most TV bores me. I'll go and sit and play on the computer, and I've bought loads of things off Etsy over the time, and after a while you get to think, oh, I could use this and a bit of this and a bit of that. So these all coordinate. They were bought together, they all coordinate, and they will go with that as odd pages, just to break up the copy dyed pages. So we have those, we have those. Those I printed off for something else. Don't know, they are birds, but they're more Japanese looking. They may not go in it. That's what I love about junk journals. There's no hard and fast rules. It's what you want. And then these are a new purchase, because I was looking for some bird related stuff on Etsy, and I found these. They are actually supposed to be gold, and I think if I printed them off on photo paper they probably would be. But this is on normal heavy. For me it's 100 GSM. I don't know what it is in the States, but oh, excuse me. So I printed those off, because so we've got those. Oh dear. And we've got all these. So we've got the birds, we've got those, and we've got those. And then these are odd bits that I've pulled out that I maybe use as a pocket, something to brighten it up, otherwise things can get samey. And then because we've got the greens, it's all about colour coordination. So maybe those will be an envelope, or what are the other things I make with them? Maybe a little tuck spot. That's on card, so that might be a side pocket. The green, it goes with that. Think of nature. Whatever it is that you're making, pick a colour that goes with it. So that one, we've got beige, which goes with everything. That's out of a oh dear me, and that is out of a designer kit. Don't know, pretty random, goes with anything. And more the green. Everything I've been doing lately has been botanical, and I've been having a whale of a time with it. That's it's actually a wood print. I've slightly altered the colour for something. I think it's supposed to be bark, but that'll do as a tag. So basically what I'm saying is, it's colour just pick a colour that goes with your main kit, whether you've got a kit, whether you've got images, and then start cutting it up. So you cut all the borders off, you see what kind of sizes you get. I like them lots of different sizes, so we'll have, say, some that size, or where are we? Maybe some a bit wider, so they'll go across the page, or maybe so we've got, I haven't got any odd size bits cut out, but those, when those are cut out, they'd make great note cards, or just a little half page, just a plain backing on it. I don't get a chance to copy dye everything that I make, so I tend to sort of print on the back. A bit of variety. And then I've got oh, life. It's a botanical first edition, but I can't remember. I'm sure it's Botanical Flowers or something. That pink might go with it. It would certainly go with these ones. So for me, it's a bit like designing the colour scheme of a room. Do they work? Some things, I have to admit, have ended up in the bin because it's total rubbish. Other things, yeah, okay. My cover, I do last because this will morph. So you know, I've started off with like maybe pinks and beiges. I could quite easily end up with that purple or that yellow. I'm sure there's a bird in here that's red, but there's definitely lots of bits of red on them. And so I get it all together, I'll have a look at it, and I'll think, okay, now I know what colour to do it. I don't start off with a cover and then work towards it. I always make my, because I've done that before and ended up having to make a new cover because what I've made to go inside of it just didn't work. It was no good whatsoever. Totally different colours. So yeah, my cover is always done last, and then I know it's guaranteed to go with what I've made to go on the inside. These, I'm a latecomer to Tim Holtz. I've always thought him a bit of a rip-off, to be honest. But some of these papers are, I've been using quite a bit of this in the last couple of botanical journals. And yeah, I'm quite a converse. I mean, they do add, some of them I'm not too keen on, and I don't know if I'd ever use, but I did see something in one of these. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've just been told I'm going to be a grandma again. And I was looking around for bits for perhaps doing a baby book closer to the time. It's a way off yet. And I thought, oh, quite like that. Now, whether or not my daughter would want something like that, or maybe she'd want something a bit more to her liking, I don't know. I'm making it. I get to choose. Yeah, some of these will certainly go with it. What I did find, bear with me, at our local charity shop on the high, in fact we've got lots of charity shops on our high street, were these yesterday. Oh look, £1.20. But I love these little books because you can take, just undo that bit of stitching that holds these little signatures in. So that's not the page. Yeah, it's there somewhere. And these pages will just slip in and just add an extra dimension to what you're assembling. And the colours are pretty generic, so even if you wanted to sort of really heavily go over it with vintage photo or something, or tea dye. So that was that one. Music paper. I love music paper. Now normally I have to admit I'm lazy and I'd print off an age one, but I saw this. It was £1. I thought, you know what, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to get my trusty bottle of coffee, which gets changed periodically before it goes mouldy, and just spray it up and make it look old. Yep, like that. And then some of these. No, I'm not a mechanic by any stretch of the imagination, but these, what's November 1933. And I thought, do you know what? I really like some of these pages. Oh, blimey, it smells old as well. But some of the adverts in the back, I thought were great. So yeah, there'll be some of these pages that will probably just make up the odd page. It's just something different, something to oh, there you go, money making ideas. Yeah, just published 10,000 money making formulas, processes and trade secrets. But I bet you had to spend a fortune to get it. So yeah, some of those pages, it's just something to add extra layers to what you're putting together. I enjoy the whole process. I enjoy the not thinking formally, the not thinking square, straight. Oh, I cut my things straight, I always have to. But the different sizes, the different colours, the slipping in the odd bit of perhaps a red tuck spot to go with that, the red on the bird. There are some things I would probably never use, but you know, the majority of it, it's as you want it. If it appeals to you, then that's what you should make. So there you go, my very random thoughts on how to assemble my stuff, or how I go about assembling my stuff for my journals. Oh yeah, hardcover, softcover. Soft covers I always use Craftex with fabric sewn onto the outside of them, and hardcovers I'll use bookboard, so that they are really, really sturdy and they don't warp when you get them wet. So anyway, this is all going to be part of the giveaway, because you wonderful people I have had so many subscribers in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I thought about doing one when I got to 200, and now I think I'm around 250. So sort of miss that one. So it's a 200 plus subscriber giveaway. I will get this assembled. There are a couple of rules. You're going to have to be a subscriber, obviously, but I would like your feedback and suggestions as to what you'd like to see. I know I've done this on the back of somebody asking me, why did you get all your stuff together? So there you go. I take it from colours. Other people take it from an object that they've seen. I know of people that read a story and think, do you know what, I really like that. You think of all the Jane Austen journals that you see. There are so many different things for inspiration. Your family or your pets. Yeah, for me it would have to be my pets, maybe not the family. Sorry kids if you're watching. So there you go. More news on the giveaway. I will get this journal assembled and then put it up on YouTube, and then on all the Facebook pages that I normally go on, like Junk Journal Junkies and Vintage Junk Journals and all the rest of them. And we'll take it from there. So I hope it's been of use, and I look forward to receiving your comments below as to what else you'd like to see. And we'll speak to you later. Bye.